Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Baroness from G.I. Joe. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, got a lot of sass and attitude in this one. I got a pose that I want to put her in. So I'm going to see if I can pull it off. I can. I think I can. But it's the Baroness, you know, so she kind of needs that attitude, that kick butt attitude. You know what I mean? 'Cause she's pretty cool like that. So right now I just gotta get the pose down. I gotta get the figure down, and then I can worry about the details. And so that's usually what I try to tell you too, is focus on the details. I'm sorry, the complete opposite of what I'm trying to say. Focus on the pose, then worry about the details. So, yeah, hang on. It's not quite there. What am I missing? That's it. The hips gotta be up here and down here, right? Yeah, okay, so also it's about weight distribution. So because I have her leaning on this leg, that means this hip is higher and this shoulder is tilted like that. So it's kind of like you gotta do it like this to get the attitude, you know? The shoulders gotta go rock a certain way, and then the hips will sway the other way. And like I said, it's usually like that to emphasize the weight distribution, and that's what this one's all about. Because I want her doing a certain thing, which basically is holding this arm up to show off that cool snake. Now, here's the thing too. I'm drawing this again based on the toys, the classified series, and okay, I think I'm good with the pose. Let me try to find a good picture. There it is. There's a toy that came out with the it's got this COBRA, right? That wraps around her hand, and I only have pictures is what I'm trying to say. I don't have an actual one of these because I've talked about this in the other one, that these are extremely hard to find right now, and I only have pictures of what it's supposed to be like and not an actual COBRA toy, because I talked about this, how they're extremely hard to find right now, and I'm hoping they're going to be, you know, more readily available as the holidays hit. Because I've said it before that with you know, what do you call it, the pandemic that hit, and we're all trying to be careful and whatnot, you know. I don't think any of the toy stores or the companies were ready for the amount of what is that? The amount of online sales that were happening, and so you can't get anything. Like I said, she was released with a motorcycle, but again, impossible to find, impossible. And anybody that does find it just automatically tries to sell it. We call them scalpers, for an insane amount of money, which it's ridiculous, you know. But anyway, so the point is, all I have to go by are pictures of the toys. That's really about it. So I apologize if it's not exact, but again, that's kind of why I'm going for like a sassy attitude pose, because I'm just going to make up for not having one by making a really kick butt. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that's kind of the whole idea. That's my 2-minute elevator pitch, is what they call it. And let's see, and she's got, oh, this is something that's really cool too. She has gold pistols back behind her, in like back holsters. Wow, I could not think of that word. Back holsters. And they look really, really cool. So I'm just going to at least draw her holding her gold guns. And well, one behind her and holding one is what I was trying to say. But again, I'm doing it from the underside, so you're not really going to see as much. Okay, so now that I got the pose down, let me try to find the actual toy. There we go, to get some details, because there are some really cool details in her costume. That, I mean, that's kind of the whole point of doing this, right? Is to kind of accent it and complement and just have fun with it, because they're really, really cool. And let's see, then they're going across, and then we're going to have some kind of belt there, a rib cage, COBRA emblem. Let's see. Okay, I think that's, oh yeah, maybe I should draw the face, huh? Which, speaking of, she is very heavily, she's got eyeglasses, and that really defines her image as well, too. So she is heavily defined by her glasses, is what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to say they're heavy glasses. Sorry, I make myself laugh. Let me see if I can get a good likeness too, because the other thing is, she's very, I keep wanting to say defined. She's very, not striking, but her likeness is very unique, is what I'm trying to say. And so I'm trying to capture that and also leave room for glasses, because that's part of the trick. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, I think we got it right there. I think that's gonna work. Yeah, let me erase some of these sketch lines real fast, and then we can get going, because A, I want my Sharpie to stand out, and B, I have to be very careful, because the sketch lines, well, some of these sketch lines worked out pretty well, but I didn't have to get very detailed. And usually what I say is you keep your confidence lines and erase the sketch lines. Well, I was confident with a lot of these sketch lines, so my confidence was already there, is what I was trying to say. So I think that's good. It's starting to really disappear, because like I said, the sketch worked out really well. So I think let's go with that. Let's welcome everybody that skipped. Keep going. Okay, let me find a good picture of the toy and build off that. Okay, here we go. So there we go. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. Didn't quite make as much noise as I really expected. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but kept enough that I can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to start off with a Sharpie pen, because I can control the line width much better, and I want to control it and get it right for her face. Let me find a good picture of her face. I mean, it's a toy, so that's all I can really go by. So there you go. So let's define some eyes and leave room for glasses too. So I'm going to do the top of her lids like this. And this helps to make sure I've got her head straight on. That's how I've got it. If I had her head tilted, I want to make sure I've got the eyelids going the right way. So that's about right. So I'm going to do some retinas, the color part, the big round color part, something like this. And if it's big enough, if you got enough room, draw the pupil, but mine's starting to disappear, so I'm just going to barely tap it a few times just to try to get something in there. Then I'm going to walk away because, like I said, it's going to bleed as tiny as that is. And if you don't have room, don't do it. But my Sharpies will bleed at this tiny proportion, so I'm just going to come in a little bit like that for the eye. And that's usually what I do, is just come in the corners like that just a little bit, just to kind of show the bottom and assume or imply that there's a bottom part and let color take care of the rest. But this will bleed if I start to do it too much. So I'll try to add just a little bit of eye makeup on top, something like that. But again, it's going to bleed, so I'm just going to add a little bit and then stop. Because as much as I want to do more, I can't. It'll bleed. And plus, I'm about to draw glasses anyway, and so it's going to kind of disappear. So I'm going to try to make them hollow, but I don't know if that's possible because on the toy, it's clear in the bottom and dark on top. So let me see if I can do an outline and then do an inside. So let's just try the inside first and see what happens. Like that. I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other one. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. So what I'm going to try to do is, oh, she's got a little gold on the corners. I'm going to try to do this like that, and I'm going to try to follow the outside like this. See, I'm leaving it hollow. If you can, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. If I can, great. See, it didn't right there. No big deal. Not worried about it. That side didn't really happen. So, oh well, you know, you try, you do what you can. Now her eyebrows are pretty much underneath there, so we'll just say like one comes up like this, and then the other one is going to start to fall behind the hair a little bit, but we'll go ahead and do the same thing, kind of like that. We'll just say that, you know, it's a little high for an eyebrow, but, you know, we're going to play with what we can. For her nose, I'm going to go ahead and draw the line of the nose. I'm going to go ahead and just come in here like this. That way I kind of defined an edge. It's a little pointy, but you know, she has a very unique nose, so I say we go with it. For the mouth, I'm going to come in here and do one of these. Now again, we're getting small, so there's only so much detail I can put in. Let me see if I can do the top lip. And then the bottom one. There we go. Go back to that corner of her mouth that kind of disappeared. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to draw her chin like this, and then I'm gonna build up. But I've got her hair about to come down into this too, so I got to leave room for that, or think about that basically. Okay. And I'm going to start to thicken it up too, as you can see, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge line width difference. And so I'm trying to prepare for that. If you're working with pencil, you don't have to worry about it. But I know what's about to happen, so I'm trying to prepare to make it all look cohesive. And she's got them nice cheekbones, so we're going to do a little bit of that, a little bit of hint of a nice stern cheekbone. Okay, so for the inside of her head, we're going to round it out a little like this, because that's where her hair is going to be rocking. And then the other side, I kind of started going over like this, but I gotta push it over. I forgot. I gotta come over like this. Then I can come down and kind of highlight like that. Now, see how I've got it way over here though? I've gotta kind of close this off like we did right there, so we've got an even line. Okay, so I like that. I think we're doing really good. So I want to draw hairlines, but I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna give her the parted hair right there. I'm gonna come over here and do one of these. Now I've already sketched it out, so I kind of know where her hair is going. That's why I can kind of play around with those lines and knowing how much room I'm giving myself to really pay attention to what I can draw and what I can't. Okay, so let's draw the back of her hair like this. and then I'm going to draw the top part over here. So basically it's going to come around, go into the part, bring it around this way, follow this one, go down, something like that. Okay, not bad, not bad. So I want to draw hairlines, but I don't want to draw them all. I want color to take care of it, and plus a lot of it's going to be black. So I'm just going to play around with a few like this. Just kind of do something like that, and I think that's all I'm going to do. Like I said, I want to do a lot more, but you know, we should let color take care of a lot of it. Before I continue, let me just start drawing the suit lines. Basically start stop points. I need to know where the edges are before I continue with her hairline, because I could be into it or it could be too high. I'd rather be too high than drawing into the costume. So find some good pictures of that toy. Alright, here we go. Looks like she's got like a see how thick that is? That's what I'm saying. I was trying to match that. She's got a nice collar into her vest or her shirt, because she's got a vest on right there, but we're going to do this into her shirt so we know where that edge is, and then I'm going to start to draw the armor. So do like this for the edge, and so see how that was a good spot. That was a good place to stop, and we might as well do a few little accents while we're here. And just stop there, because like I said, color's going to take care of a lot, and it's perfectly defined for us. So she's got this arm raised and this one sticking out holding a snake. So let's do her chest, and that way we can build our way out and you can see where we are. Okay, so let's at least draw this part. There's some breast right there, and she got a couple of rib cage things down at the bottom underneath it right there. So let's come out this way and do the same thing. That rib cage part right there, and then close it off or connect it. I guess that's the best way to look at it. And I think I'm going to do some detail right there with the small Sharpie. So her breasts actually have like chest pieces on them, so, or breastplates, I guess, literally breastplates. Breastplate is what you call the part over your chest, but it literally over her breasts. So I'm going to go ahead and just accent the edges of it. And they do a good job of like shaping the breasts so it looks like real anatomy. But again, I mean, it's a sculpted design toy, so whoever sculpted it did a really good job. Alright, now she does have a cobra here, so let's do something like this. Let's see, the head of it's going to be right underneath the breastplate here. We'll go ahead and do another one there. Little edge like this. And let's go ahead and draw like this for a cobra. Same thing on this side. And it's okay if it doesn't come out exact. Okay? Because see, even that doesn't even look like a cobra. But it's got these lines that, again, you're not going to get all of them to make it look exactly like theirs, because ours is too small, you know? It's just the idea, you know? So I'm okay with that. That's probably all we're going to do here, because we got a lot more to draw, and we're already pretty far into this. So there we go. We're just at the breastplate. so let's get going. Okay. So for her arms, and see how thick this is versus the rest of it, like her hair. That's why I wanted to thicken it up and get like a nice consistency of thick versus thin in our line width. And it's for hair, so it's not that big a deal that it's lighter. It actually probably should be lighter because it's not a hard surface like armor. So it's okay. That's fine that it's like that. So okay, so for her arm, I've got it raised up holding a gun. I'm going to draw, just bear with me here, into the forearm armor like this. Then I'm going to bring the forearm in, and the reason I'm doing this first is because it's in front of her bicep, which is right here, and I wanted to draw this first so I don't draw through it. Now she also does have armor on, so I'm going to do like this for the armor, and I can draw the bicep to the arm, and that's it. And see, I just want to make sure I didn't draw through that when I was drawing the actual parts. Okay, and because this is material, I like to draw creases and folds to kind of accent that it's material. Now there are like cobras and stuff like that on our little armor piece here, but we can't do all that. Can't get everything. Like I said, we're already 20 minutes into this, so we gotta hurry it up. Okay, so she's holding her gun. I'm going to draw her wrist, or the back of her, the meat of her hand right there, because we're basically just going to see this part. I can draw the back of her hand like this. I can go ahead and draw the gun, the edge of it, so you can kind of see where we are as far as what's cutting it off, what we can see and what we can't see. So her knuckles are here, fingers are going over. There's only so much we can see, like that. Thumb is on the other side, can't see that either. The finger is going into the gun. There's the trigger. Draw the bottom of the gun, so we're all really doing is just something like this, because that's all we can really see is the bottom of it. And I think she's got like we'll draw those little knuckle spots like that, just to kind of define the back of her hand, you know. But again, like I said, because it's the back, there's not much we can see anyway. Okay. Alright, let's get, oh, no, wait, hang on, sorry, again, a little bit more detail in this. There you go, something like that, okay? Alright, so this arm is sticking out, but it's also holding a cobra. I talked about this in the toy, I talked about this as I got it from the toy, I think. Like, I don't have the toy, but, I got pictures. You know, it was a hard to find item, and I can't find it, is what I was saying. So our arm is raised up, so that means this shoulder is going to be up a little bit. Again, there's cobras and stuff like that all over her armor, but I can't fit them all in, so we're just going to do something like that and just say that's the detail. But anyway, when you raise your arm, your muscles got to go somewhere, so your shoulder raises up as your arm raises up, so that's why that's right there. So I'm going to draw her arm out, but I think there's a cobra wrapped around it, so just kind of bear with me with where we're going out here, okay? So I'm going to draw her arm out this way and just stop here. You draw out to right there because that's where I have the tail wrapped around. So let's do this. It's going to go under like that. So now, see, we got to start and stop point. So now I can go ahead and continue the forearm, or the bicep, like this. And let's draw some creases and folds because the material is all bent. Okay. And so now I can draw her forearm. Now, remember, just like that, there's that extra piece that's going to kind of stick up like this. And that's where the snake's going to continue. So, imagine it's going, let's see, imagine it's wrapped around like this, and it's going to come back up here. It's going to go down under her hand, like that. So it means it's going to come this way, like that. Does that start to make sense? Like this. Okay, and so the back of her hand, let's draw her thumb. The back of her hand, her actual palm part. Her thumb like this. And then the back of her hand, like that. The back of the armor. And, you know, maybe when you see it all, it's going to start to make more sense. Let me actually also add a little bit of little. I guess I didn't add one there, huh? A little bit of detail here, so you can see what we're doing. See, there's the side of it like that, and all that there, detail there. But again, the snake is wrapped around, so it's kind of wrapping around, going around the back, wrapping around the front, coming right this way, and then going through here, going through the front of her hand. And so I'm following my sketch, so that's why I can kind of just basically trace it, you know, do a big blobby look. Okay, so does that make more sense? And so this finger, this hand is holding it. I'm just gonna have them sticking out like this. So she's kind of doing like this. So she's in between her hand, but she's holding it like that, basically. Okay. So let's add some detail real quick. Okay, so we're gonna give it a little snake eye. Give him a fang. Like that. Add a little bit of detail because I can do more with color, but also, you know, there's only so much I'm going to do here, and then, like I said, color will help define a few more things. Okay. All right, so I think that'll work for the hand. Holding the cobra. All right, maybe we'll do like a laser ray or something like that out. Okay, so. Let's get going. So she's got a couple guns, or gun holsters, and I'm going to draw her waist, going through like this to her hip. And her hip's kind of to the side like that. She's kind of pivoting on this leg, so it's a little higher over here. Let's draw her gun holster. Like this, and then there's going to be a belt right here, actually just a big cobra. But again, I don't think we can draw it. I think it's going to be too detailed, as tiny as this is. So all I can really do is concentrate on I should have connected that right there. Concentrate on shapes and we'll add some detail. Either add detail afterwards or leave that to color. You got to make that decision. Okay. So I talked about this in the sketch too, is that she has holsters back behind her that are really, really cool. But that also means that you can't see this one, or there's nothing in this one because her hand's holding it. Okay, so for this back one, we'll do like this. We're just gonna do like that, and I'm gonna draw the gun that's sticking out of it, like this. And then I can draw a few more details as we draw her body. She does have well, at least on the toy, she does have a holster over here for like a snake sword. Like the sword is inside there, and in here is a handle, and then again another giant cobra. Do you think Cobra Commander makes them do all this stuff? He's like, okay, you can be on my team, but you guys really gotta dress up with the Cobra stuff. It's part of that's my thing, you know? And they're like, well, that's not my thing, you know, I'm Baroness. He's like, I don't care. You gotta wear the Cobra stuff, you know? Look at me, I'm the commander. I'm Cobra Commander. And he makes her wear it, you know? It's like, no choice, you know? The boss says so, you gotta do it. Okay. So, all right. So let's now finish up her legs. Oh, let's add a little bit of detail here, and then we'll jump down to the legs real fast. So, yeah, I'm not going to worry about the cobra. Just going to do that. We'll just say that's as much as the detail I'm going to add because, like I said, there's a lot of detail we could be going with here. But no time. There's already way too much into this. All right, so let's see, on the Cobra, we're just going to do that. We'll do that front, just to define it, just to make it a little different, you know. So it's not just a simple piece. Okay, and so I'll do another holster back here. This is the empty one for that gun. And now I can draw her leg. Now her leg, she's got like this armor booting. That the legs, the boots start all the way up here. So I'm going to draw like that to her leg. This one's coming down here to this. This one's coming down here to about right there. Now I can start drawing the boots. And I'm going to add more detail in her body real fast once I define some edges. So it's got like this cool little bump detail in it. So I'm going to do like this and then come in and draw it. All right, bump, come in. And then I'm going to draw the knee pad, which same thing, I'm going to draw a little bit of a bump. Define it like that. Come up here, bump, like that. Okay? So, the reason I'm doing that is because I want to add this little detail real fast. Come up here and do like that. Come up here, come down. Again, just kind of connect them. Same thing here. So it's got like this raised edge, basically, is what we're drawing. Her suit does have, let's see if I can do this, a little bit of detail like this, just to break it up, just to make it a little more, you know, spaced out. Back that way. And it looks like same thing, there's more detail coming down like this, just to break up the blank space. Okay, let's see, let's do the same thing over here and then we'll do them together, that way you know where we are. Okay, so out, up and down. Now it's hidden behind that, so we're not too worried about it. Bump, come in. I'm going to do the knee pad, but I'm going to go ahead and do that on the inside. So here, going to bump and go up. I'm not worried about that because you can't see it anyway. That's going to be on the inside, because there we were looking at a side view. Here we're looking at it from the front. That. So it's just a cool little feature. You know, we can add the extra detail just to make it unique in our own. Something like that. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so now the bottom of her legs is just the same thing. It's just kind of a plated armor. And I think I see a couple more like that too. So let's do the same thing. We're going to go down. Bump. Down, bump. One for the bottom, the edge. So as I go up, let's see. One here, one there, one there. Like that. And this is kind of cool because we're kind of giving it a unique look. Well, I mean, we're going by the actual toy design, but we're breaking up the negative space by doing all this, so we don't have to worry too much about it being blank. There is a little more on the seam like that, but I'm not worried about that. I think that's good like it is. Let's do the same thing over here, and remember there's three. Well, there's the one, then two more. So come down here and keep it low, like that. Come down here, keep it low. Down, down, the edge. Like that, okay? Oh man, this one's cool. I like this one a lot. I can't wait to get this figure. If I can ever find the toy. I mean, eventually they gotta release it in the single release, right? It can't just be with the motorcycle version. Okay, so now we're just gonna do her feet. It's regular old boots. Well, I mean, you know, Baroness boots. Gonna give her a little bit of a heel. Go down this way. This. Okay, same thing here. This one's pointed straight at you. That. Add some detail real quick. So we're going to do one more line like we did there. Kind of defining that edge. Something like this. Over there. Top. We'll say that's the front. fine nail like we did a while back. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Baroness from G.I. Joe.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.